Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Bat Rider!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Already, which is pretty good initiation.
All right, looks like we're going to be getting into it here. Gotta start off with a brief pause here as we do get into it. Freedom versus Team Onyx in the lower brackets. So that means after this best of 3, one team will be done, and one team moves on to face Team NP in the lower bracket final. We witnessed yesterday at the conclusion of the American region, it was actually Complexity who bested Team NP in that winter bracket final and earned their grand final spot.
A bit surprised there. I was actually expecting MP to win. They actually had it in the game too, but two diebacks actually from Envy and AUI lost them the game.
It was crazy, man, and super hype at that. So here we're getting into it now, and I wanted to take that early peek and see exactly what's happening here. It's actually IX Mike on the Bat Rider here, and a hero he is very familiar with. I remember one of the first land, it might have been the first out-of-country land that I worked. It was a Star Ladder in Kiev, actually, and Mike was there with Team Fire, and they played Bat Rider. They first picked Bat Rider for Mike like every single game, and he actually did a lot of work to the point where eventually they had to just straight up respect ban it every single game against him. So
IX Mike is the legend.
He's a legend!
Not just of an American Dota, but worldwide.
Worldwide.
Universe-wide.
It can't call him the M God, though. That's been taken by, I believe, Merlini, so he will be Mustache God instead.
Yeah, alright. S God. Can he be an S God?
We'll take an S God.
S-Stash God.
All right, so Mike is flirting around that bottom lane here, which means that Tomato is going to be sporting the Abaddon here in what looks like more of a core position in the safe lane. And shoutouts to Boris, the coach, apparently.
Yeah, I would just wanted to mention that. Tomato, I guess he doesn't know that he needs the second word needs to be with starting with the letter B, like Boris the Blade, Boris the Brave, Boris the whatever.
Boys to couch. Well,
That's not just right.
we'll see. It probably will affect his performance, but we'll be the judges of that. Dual lane potential setup here as Eagle, in the meantime, has joined Mike by his side for that bottom lane, leaving what looks like BSJ to be in the mid lane. He has 2 shared tangos, a poor man's shield, and it looks like he'll be the one to be matching up against Abed and his TA.
Yeah, well, Jack does fine in the early levels. Poor man's shield. I guess he's gonna get critical strike on level 1. If he wants to play more safe, he's gonna get Blade Fury for Earth Spirit, but Earth Spirit and TA level 1 can't really damage him.
Jubei actually looking to roam in early. You don't suspect that from your Warlock. Early Fatal Bonds right into a Blade Fury. It does a little bit of poking damage onto Abed. It's super cute, but forces the immediate push of the wave here. I guess he's hoping that that will in turn, bounce back the other direction and he'll have the wave advantage.
Yeah, exactly. On the bottom lane, there's a solo Ursa right now. Since Jimmy is on top, well, they need to help Ursa against the Batrider. Batrider has Windlace, Fairy Fire, and gonna rush towards Tranquil Boots. So he's gonna be super deadly and super high.
Yeah, Batrider will love any one-on-one kind of a match. Certainly one against a melee core like this. So he is going to be feeling pretty good. And Eagle will be continuing to wait on those sidelines just in case an opening does present itself. Well, as you mentioned, Demon is hanging by the side of Bulba up here, just kind of poking out some heals where we're given.
Jimmy needs to rotate to the bottom lane right now. I get a TP probably and just TP there.
Yeah, Dubu's here for now, but he can't really offer a whole lot of extra assistance to the Ursa besides pulling the wave. But, we already talked about Dubu should be kind of moving around, trying to make some plays, make some openings happen. So this is not really the job or position he wants to probably be in at this point in the game, but I guess something they're just going to have to settle for. Out to camping for the 2-minute bounty room, it looks like. Harry Potter, aka Bulba, is waiting there to be first in line.
Harry Potter, you can't really steal the rune from him.
Still take it. Walk on backhand. While bottom lane, it was going to be Dubu who snags it up. So Onyx claiming 3 of those 4 2-minute bounty runes.
There's a region there. Oh, this is big for Juggernaut.
BSJ will take that regen right back to the lane, sporting a 9-2 CS. Just falling a little bit behind the TA, 11-1, but that's a TA after all.
It's hard to last hit against TA with a melee hero because of the refraction. You don't have anything to remove the refraction with besides Blade Fury, but you don't want to commit to that. Blade's level 2, so you're gonna get harassed a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like in the meantime, Abed will step all the way off and around to the side and start making his own stacks in that close by ancient camp.
Ursa has that magic stick, which is pretty must-have against Batrider every time you're playing against him because he spams stick in a palm. He went for level 2 Earth Shock just to slow him as much as he can, which is good.
What do you think about Eagle right now and what he's doing? He's just kind of been hanging by the side of this bottom lane, but I don't know if that's been also keeping Dubu in check across the lane. Both of them have been kind of planted down here and not doing what you would normally expect an Earth Spirit and a Spirit Breaker to do.
Yeah, well, he is giving a lot of farm to Batrider. Batrider, second on the chart, 16 CS. That's pretty big.
Yeah. It's just, you figure normally they help them out till like they get to that level 2 or maybe level 3 right now, and then it's, normally time to head out and do work. But I guess maybe Eagle keeps spotting Dubu. It's just kind of like, well, maybe I should hang around just in case something breaks out, or once Dubu maybe shows himself elsewhere, I'll, begin to get frisky.
Yeah, BSJ just use the spin, trying to push the wave, so he can go back to Shrine and heal up.
Lane's going to be pushing all the way forward. BSJ will see an Arcane Rune. Nice little grab for him. And then as you talked about, he could always head back for the extra mana by tagging up that Shrine. Below, Mike chewing through a bit of life here and a couple of big stacks.
Mike's. Level 4 has 1k gold.
29 and 1 CS for him. He's big.
They want to use the Shrine. Well, they're gonna go back to the lane pretty soon. BSJ spinning on mid again. That Arcane Rune, cooldown 13 seconds left. All good. I'm surprised that Jimmy is still on top. And he has a TP level 2, he's TPing right now.
Yeah, TPing a mid, actually, with that. Demon has been kind of able to poke at the Warlock, Jubei's Warlock, in that top lane, kind of drawing his attention away from Bulba. So his whole purpose, I guess, in the top lane is kind of, you know, hoping that Bulba can get as much space as possible to solo farm up. But down and below, Abed caught away from his mid lane, charged in from Eagle. Dubu shows up, is able to connect with the rolling boulder and some boulder smash stun. And now he'll be the focus. He's going to hit him with plenty of sticky damage, and they're going to burn right through him. Mike will end up losing his own life, though, to Abed, and this could turn into a 2-for-1 turnaround. But it looks like Eagle will be able to get off charge and a little bit of space between him and the TA.
Yeah, both Jug and the TA skipped the bottle. They went for Aquila, Power Treads, and the Jug went for also Aquila.
Huh. Is that just the circumstance of the lane matchup?
Yeah, exactly. Because they're playing against each other, they don't need that much sustain. No one's gonna dive. I mean, TA can still get the bottle after Lightstone, so it's all good. Jug will probably skip bottle. It's not that good anymore.
Let's check up here now. Pimato has been creeping up in the CS a bit himself. Sits at second only to the TA. Oh, Omni Slash from BSJ knocks down Dubu. BSJ has been on these runes every time, and this time he gets a kill with it.
Oh, he actually bought a bottle, right? He could have gone for Helm of the Dominator build instead and have that extra stats and regen to sustain on the lane. Kinda late to go for a bottle on right
Well, it's a shame Dubu had stepped away from that mid lane after the return of Abed there. Got some decent damage. One rolling boulder could have easily set something up, but now he's walking into trouble. A 3-man hit squad from Freedom, and they just blast on in for Demon, looking to burst him down before a Grave can get off, but Demon is going to be able to get off the solo Grave. Jubei, in the meantime, getting that finish with the fatal bonds onto Dubu. Here's Freedom on the up and up, leading with a 4-1 start.
Yeah, double kill from Warlock. I mean, Warlock was not that super level, so Batrider went to Forest to actually give some space, so Spirit Breaker and Warlock can get some easy levels. Jubei is going to get level 6 pretty soon.
And I would imagine they would love to be able to put that chaotic offering right to work here. They have that more high-tempo lineup, especially with this core Abaddon now. And I'm curious to see how he's looking to build up. It looks like the early Vlads. We could suspect some 5-man to evolve from it here. Pops that borrowed time after the stun comes out from Bulba. And these two horsemen will continue to trade. One's a horseman and one is a man riding a horse.
Horseman of the Apocalypse. Abaddon's ulti on cooldown. Well, one is actually the Horseman of Apocalypse. Oh, Dubu is there. He just scouted him.
Wait, so did the Creep, though. Creep sees Dubu, and they'll have to go back to the lane here. It looks like a push is coming, though. We see Mason, a.k.a. Nash Gold Jr., showing up to play.
Meanwhile, on the bottom, BSJ just taking that tower. Has enough gold for phase boot. He is pretty farmed.
Insane amount of pings coming out from Jubei towards this top lane. He's saying, I got a level 6. Let's party. But I think Onyx don't like that. They quickly hustle back. In fact, they have that deep ward behind the tier 1. They probably saw Jubei rolling. They probably saw he was level 6. And they're like, you know what? We're good. And they'll leave.
We need to go back.
Bye-bye.
This Dazzle, I mean, we didn't see much of a Dazzle. I'm surprised that he wasn't at bottom lane with Poison Touch, level 2, Earth Shock, Ursa, and Earth Spirit. They could have gotten 60 kills.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Having the favor, I guess, for Bulba and his off lane. Maybe they weren't able to read the lanes well, not really kind of forecasting what was happening with the Abaddon. Maybe they also felt it was going to be a mid lane Bat Rider. Whatever the case may be, it does lead to a bit of an unfortunate start for Onyx here. We'll take a very early peek at the net worth graph, and it's only about 2,500. This game's certainly not out of reach for Onyx for any reason at all, but we'll have to see what it is they need to pick up to kind of be able to shift the momentum a bit. I look to Bulba to see if maybe a Blink Dagger's in the horizon. He's got 1,000 gold. And, all right, they just kind of look at each other funny.
Well, they took tier 1 top and tier 1 bottom, so the map is pretty open for them right now.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the most of this map is freedom. And they're not really feeling threatened. BSJ's confidently happy to farm on through that mid lane. Uh-oh, Mike's found someone. Lassoed up, Abed pulls him right back towards the Omni Slash with the stun. Might not be enough. Grave comes out. Chaotic Offering going to be committed here. Abed looking to run. BSJ looking to chase here. They'll be able to catch up and they'll be able to get the finish. Dubu rolls away from the remaining trouble. Freedom will only get Abed, but that's all they came in to get. Meanwhile, Tomato rolling in from the top lane. Spots out Demon. Hits him up with some early curse damage. Demon's done for. Just like that.
The fight lasts so long. Omni Slash Warlock ulti was committed there to get a kill on a TA. Plus there was a Centaur ult plus Grave. It takes so long to actually kill one hero. Team Freedom looking good, looking strong right now.
Oh yeah, that's another tower going their way. And I was gonna say they're not going back for the Roche to top lane. It looks like they go. Oh, Onyx. What are we hoping for them to pick up from here? I mean, Mason's going for what looks like a Vlad's. Abed straight to the Deso, I guess, could help in the damage department, but is it Bulba's Blink Dagger we really need at this time?
Yeah, they need a Blink Dagger on that Centaur, which is gonna come pretty late considering the lane he was at. Abaddon, on the other hand, has Ad's Offering. Spirit Breaker is level 6. It's gonna be hard to actually fight into all those stuff.
It looks like Tomato's going to be building into a Solar Crest. Very utility on this Abaddon. Here comes Dubu rolling in. Actually misses the Boulder Smash for Mike. Gets the silence. They'll be able to get the burst with Abed. But now they roll in, looking to go for Eagle. Here comes Tomato. Tries to help him out with the shield, but this man's surrounded by 4. Is this becoming a Freedom one-on-one feat here? Tomato is going to be a much tougher target to take down. Almost a mini-boss in his own right. They're going to be forcing out the borrowed time, and now Bulba becomes rolling in. It's a 5-on-1, and I think they've accepted the fact that Tomato is done for. They are already split pushing the bottom lane. It's BSJ's Jug, and with Jubei not looking to get involved. Freedom hand over 3 kills back-to-back.
Yeah, 3 kills plus a tower, and they're defending the bottom tower. This is actually what Team Onyx needed. Ursa's gonna have a Vlad's right now. TA... Yeah, she just finished the Desolator. 12 minute, not bad at all.
Probably was spotted there. The thing with Freedom is that their timings are very precious, and a lot of that is hindered to the Warlock and his Chaotic Offering, knowing that they can't really take those fights and objective follow-ups until everything is ready to go. It is ready to go now. And if they're able to kind of get their attention over to the Roche pit, you know, they can hold their ground here and oppose any threat from Onyx, but it seems like it may not be necessary. Oh, yeah, I say that, but Onyx are kind of close.
Onyx doesn't have vision, they just smoke, but do they know? Probably not, judging how Templar Assassin is moving.
This is a nice easy Aegis here for Team Freedom. Just as Onyx were feeling pretty confident to get themselves back, Onyx are already on their own mission, heading towards this bottom lane. You know, maybe if Freedom rotate towards this pressure in the bottom lane, there could be an opening for Onyx, but Freedom could also kind of take things a bit slower now that they have the security of this extra life.
Well, tier 2 tower, 900 HP on the bottom, so they should just focus on that with the Aegis. They need to take those tier 2 towers.
They're waiting in this bottom lane for anyone to TP in. They have the ward on the high ground, and they actually see Mike coming into the shrine. They hit him immediately with a stun, with a silence, and he's done for. Eagle pokes his head through the shadows, and he will also get spanked.
Yeah,
double kill for Abed.
This is a nice...
Oh, back and below, Banana Slam Jamma cuts up a Centaur with a nice Omni Slash, and he's just rolling into the team. Banana, have mercy. All right, the Assassin Man comes in and actually gets a Centaur kill. With the Omni Slash there. He's crazy.
Yeah, that is...
You're like, what are
I
you
mean,
doing?
He's super fast with face boots and Yasha, but still, I mean, has the Aegis.
Okay. Kick, uses the same rock for the grip silence, and then says...
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, then. Well, how much does that end up helping out Onyx, it looks like, in the big picture of things? That has cut what was a 4K net worth lead in half, back down to 2K. Mato and company back on the grind here. They smoke up waiting behind their Abaddon. Mike now has his Blink Dagger and is actually very close to a 4-staff, but before finishing that, they want to go finish off an Onyx member here, and it looks like they could get Abed. Mike, cut him off and get the lasso! He's not blinking yet. Duba's there, gets the 2-man stun, gets the 2-man magnetized, but Jube follows it up with a wonderful chaotic offering. With that and the Fatal Bonds, should do plenty of work. Boba, though, able to jump in, gets the quick snipe onto the Warlock, and now him and Mason are looking to make chase, trying to get the catch on Eagle. Stampede comes out. Will they be able to surround him? Yes, they will. Eagle ends up getting dropped. Tomato casually rolls into the fight now, trying to make something happen, and then BSJ says, I'm ready to play. Can these two Freedom Fighters do enough between this wealth of an Onyx squad? I don't think so. Tomato goes down, and Banana Slam Jamma will be going down next. They hit him with the stun, the slash, and he just lost his Aegis.
BSJ, you're gonna go down as well, son.
He is going to be made into a... actually, he's gone. Okay, then.
Where's mana? Where's mana for Ursa to actually use Overpower plus ulti? Wow. Good play there by Onyx. There was no job there. It was on cooldown.
Yep.
They committed so much to kill TA, and she just bursted the Batrider there.
Were they not able to kill TA? Yeah, they did get the TA down. Yeah.
But,
it took so much. It took so much to do. They had to drop a rock, and probably wasn't an ideal situation when they were hoping to get the quick burst and run, but the cavalry showed up from Onyx. Bulba steps in, gets a wonderful initiation, just instantly executes and takes out the Warlock, and then at that point, Freedom were feeling a bit outnumbered with, you know, their core presence just not being there from the get-go. So, bit suffering, and this game is suddenly back even.
Another smoke from Onyx. They want to make a move right now. The rock is on cooldown. They want to make the use of that.
Bottom mid lane. Seems alone, but Jube is right behind him. So is Eagle. But it looks like there are other plans in store for Onyx. They're heading all the way up north to IX Mike. There goes the Stampede rolling in. See you later, Mike.
See you later, Alligator Mike.
He just gets easily handled in that top lane.
Ursa has a blink.
Oh, they see Eagle too. He drops a ward. They drop a new ward where they already have a very nice ward. They may have seen that ward go down.
They're drawing on the mid what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're already.
How many stones does Dubu have?
Yeah, Team Freedom knows.
Dubu with 3 stones. First connection. Onto Tomato, slows him down. BSJ thinks about rolling in, then quickly 180's back. Onyx are here to make moves for the tier 1 and get as much as they can in the window of opportunity while there is no chaotic offering. But look at this, it's Freedom now considering a movement forward. Dubu will slow them down. Eagle takes a couple of shots and then not be able to get any sort of catch with that Nether Strike.
Rock is ready. Flaming Lasso is ready.
They must be watching that cooldown on the timer on the side of Onyx.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they pulled away the second they're like, ooh, it could be up.
Abaddon went for interesting build, Medallion of Courage. He wants to upgrade it to Solar Crest.
Yeah.
Because of all the physical damage from TA and Ursa. That's a really good pickup. It's gonna
Look
be a
at
big
this
item.
smoke. Freedom rolling through the mid lane, but they could be heading up into high ground where Abed is waiting. And Dubu. They show themselves. Oh, they spotted him.
Whoa,
Oh, nice insta silence there from Dubu. Oh, he's not going to be able to roll away though, but he did get the save. We'll end up getting dropped. Dubu will tank that smoke gank. That could have been a lot worse for Onyx if Freedom were able to get a good jump there. So instead they begin to pressure this tier 2 in the mid lane. Onyx not there to defend. They're actually heading up towards this top lane, maybe waiting for one of Freedom to rotate back and stop that push.
But pressure that tier 2 tower on top. Oh, charge is already committed. They're defending it actually.
They will see Mason. He's running out, but they don't have a way to cancel that TP here. Yep, he's gone. A few more TPs close by. All of Onyx are out.
Ed was really quick there on reaction. Batrider blinked.
Good spot. And good positioning for Onyx to kind of be in that high ground. And now we have probably... Oh, we can't see how many smokes anymore, huh? Both sides, I think, popped off like 2 smokes each in what feels like the last 5 minutes. So I imagine that they're going to have to wait a bit if they want to go for any more unique approaches. But this is looking like Freedom are hoping to close out these remaining tier 2s. Top lane is next. We don't see Onyx defending it. It looks like they're going to go for their own trade. A tier 2 in this bottom lane here. This game is pretty damn close.
Yeah, it's a lot of evading fights actually. None of teams wants to commit, so they're kind of evading fights and just trying to get the most out of it.
Here comes Freedom, confident to move already. What's Freedom going to be able to get from this, and can Onyx do a respectable hold knowing that there's a chaotic offering waiting back in behind? BSJ goes to the Blade Fury instantly and rolls on back. Mike makes his move, gets on bed with the lasso, pulls him right back into the team. There goes the Omni, there goes the Rock. They're going to be able to burst him down. He is out 50 seconds, does have a buyback, and actually may need to use it here. BSJ looking to go for the finish on the tier 3, can't quite get it done. Jumping from Bulba, does get the BSJ hit, but he Blade Furies again right back out of there. Eagle moves in for Mason, hits him with a Nether Strike, bumps him out from the base, but they're not going to be able to get good connection yet. A lot of softening up, but the buyback has been forced.
Yeah, Freedom might actually continue there. There was no grave from Dazzle on that TA.
Abed back into action here, but Freedom get their tier 3, and it looks like that's really all they wanted. And I can't really blame them. Good push, tier 3 down, forcing out a buyback after taking down Abed. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, plus they got a lot of gold from that. That Solar Crest on Abaddon, plus Vladimir's offering just boosting the armor for his team. It's 25 miss chance. That's the biggest thing against TA and Ursa, who are really not natural MKB carriers, especially Ursa. It takes him so long to farm it. Now he's trying to go for Lincoln Spear. And TA, well, she can buy an MKB, but that's gonna kick in a lot later.
Yeah.
And, or a Bloodthorn, but that's a lot of gold.
She already has plans for what looks like a Hurricane Pike. Might not fall through with it, but those are all items that are going to take her away from any sort of defensive capabilities, which will, mean that Mike can continue to lasso her if he finds those openings.
Yeah.
Does mean for Freedom that all that damage is pretty much on BSJ.
Yeah, but the Centaur just bought Aghanim.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is big.
That's huge. That Ursa is going to be so hard to kill between the Ag Centaur ulti and his ulti.
Yeah, like you're healing him, you're not dealing any
Yeah.
damage. Like you do critical strike 500 damage, you actually heal him for 200.
Now all tension, all eyes on this Roche Pit. Onyx wanted. They're already making their move inside. Mason's going to work. Someone has to stop him from Freedom if they want it. Tomato casually rolling into this one. A bit of a miss on the stun there. Now they're going to be dropping out the Fatal Bonds. The Roche goes down, and it gets picked up from Tomato here. Freedom able to move in and snipe it. Able to just slash right through Onyx on this one, and they take down 3.
Oh, they're so late with that kick from Earth Spirit from the Boulder Smash. I mean, what you can do in this kind of situation when you have Desolator and Ursa hitting Roche, and Roche has Fury Swipes, I say 20 charges, and you can just sacrifice one hero. Just go with Earth Spirit and secure the Roche for yourself. Now this is looking really bad for Team Onyx.
This is super bad. Abed's dead. He has no buyback. Mason just had to use his, and he's but one man between him and Dazzle and Earth Spirit. I don't think there's anything they can do. This is looking like 2 sets of racks for sure. Tier 3 done for. Freedom feeling themselves in game 1.
Yeah, and they're continuing. Plus, it's Aegis on Abaddon. Like, what are you gonna do? That hero can just tank so much damage. There's a tier 2 on bottom still, so they need to switch to that and continue to the base section.
After they do what they need, they roll out Freedom on an absolute high horse from there. This game was neck and neck, and now it is about 8K of an advantage for Freedom, and it's only going to continue to get better for them as they step back and go for their shrines. Eyes on Onyx to see how they can turn this one around. Very unfortunate
Onyx
road skirmish for
you
them.
can't really kill anyone with their lineup right now. Just check the items on Freedom. Abaddon has Aegis, Vlad's, Solar Crest plus casual plate mail on top of that.
At first, he looked like he was going to be going for the Ags, and then he changed it over to a Lotus Orb.
So more armor. Plus, Juggernaut has AC finished, and Batrider has a casual plate mail as well. Warlock has Ghost Scepter. I mean, you can't just go in with a TA. She can't do anything in a fight.
Here comes Freedom, looking to go for the final ball. Bulba sitting a bit neutral there. Manages to blink away just in time and hit the Stampede. Very unfortunate for Onyx, though, as they had to use that ulti just to escape trouble. But looks like it will work out for Freedom as they will take the Shrine. Now, maybe Onyx were hoping to be in a different position in that area to catch Freedom moving in for the Shrine, but Freedom get another one.
Are all used. I mean, it's not that good of a cooldown. 30 seconds left.
To bottom lane they go, and Onyx now doing the, I don't know, would you already consider this a do or die kind of a play?
Yeah, this is the last hope for Onyx. Basil just used the ulti, they want to go in.
Here you go, it's a pretty nice position. They're flanking them from the north, but they're going to need to hit the right target.
Warlock or Batrider. Warlock
and take him out fast. Can they do it? Boo. They drop the ward. They cross pass. Eagle goes right through him. They're making the immediate jump, looking to go for Jubei, and they get him. He was able to get the Chaotic Offering down. Not the best shot by him, but Freedom are going to try to work with the position they've been put in. Mike gets off and grabs Mason, pulls him back. Demon connects with the Shallow Grave to attempt to keep him alive, but everyone is swarming onto him and will be able to get the finish. Abed back on the other side, only barely able to live. He was been bullied back by Eagle. The rest of Freedom look to swarm around Demon. This looks to be the beginning of the end for Onyx on this game one.
There is charge. Still Aegis. I mean, you can't kill a Baron in a team fight, and he deals a lot of damage, plus he heals a lot and saves with his aquatic shield. You can't focus any hero on Team Freedom right now. You know why? Because the game is over.
They were just a bit too big, a bit too fat. I mean, the game was even. I mean, would you honestly go back and say that that little Roche fight was the decider? Or do you think there's a bit more to it?
It was just a matter of time. With those two physical damages, Templar Assassin and Ursa with all that armor on side of Team Freedom, plus all the